Hello and welcome back to yet another video on my channel. Now today's video is a little different. We're broadening our horizons again, going back into Europe, this time for the Europa League, seen as Europe's B-team competition. I wouldn't say so myself. If anything, there's a bit more excitement in it. Teams that don't really get the chance to play in Europe get to. Pompey have played in this, Ipswich have won it, things like that happen. We are going to fly through most of these though, and some of you may be wanting a bit more in-depth. I'll try and give it as much as I can, but obviously a few of these teams a lot of people wouldn't have heard of, including me. But can we get 10 likes in this video? I'm hoping it does fairly well. If you are new, please do subscribe down below. It does mean a lot to me. I want to get 450 as soon as possible. Can we do it by the end of the month? Hopefully. But we'll move into it with the first game of the day, which kicks off probably before this video goes out at 3 o'clock. That's the Dynamo Kyiv, who host Brugge at home. Now, two clubs that I don't know much about. I do know though that Brugge are on quite a good run at the minute. Dynamo do top the Ukrainian league, so I think there's two good sides facing off here. I think Brugge were in Europe with Champions League last season. I think they beat the likes of Real Madrid in there as well. So I wouldn't. They're two very good sides, very evenly matched. As a result, I think one side will be better as they are in a good run. I've gone for a 3-1 Brugge win. Lewis, he thinks Brugge will win as well. He's gone for a 2-1 Brugge win. But Dad is thinking the other way. He's gone for a 2-0 Kyiv win. Could see it happening. Now we have the other game of the day. Obviously, all Europa League games played on a Thursday. Always has been, always will be. That sees Braga host Roma. Two sides that are underachieving in recent times, I'm going to say. Braga not doing the best in Portugal. Roma not doing the best in Italy. So as a result, there's not much that I can really split the two sides. I'm going for a draw. I'm going 1-1. Lewis, he thinks he can split the sides. He's gone for a Roma 3-1 win away. Dad has agreed with me in the terms it will be a draw, and he's gone 2-2. Now this is where I mean teams that not a lot of people have heard of. Now this is FK or FC Krasnodar face Dinamo Zagreb. Now a lot of people haven't heard of Krasnodar, but I do know that they've been in the Europa League a few times. They're used to it now. Dinamo Zagreb, they're quite well known. Two sides, once again, there's not much to split them in terms of their own leagues, what they're doing at the minute. They both got through, so they're both clearly good enough. I do think one side are legit though. I think Dinamo Zagreb will win away from home 2-1. Lewis has gone for a 2-0 win to the same team, to Dinamo Zagreb. But Dad can't split the two sides, he's gone for a 1-1 draw. We move on now to a team that officially are called FK Crvena Zvezda. I probably butchered that name, but it's Red Star Belgrade, I believe. Now they face AC Milan, another game that's being played in a bit of kind of a weird situation. AC Milan are back to their best in terms of, well, not the best, but they're back doing well. Red Star normally do have a very good following at home. The tunnel walking out is normally formidable, but if there's no fans there, that can't be formidable as much as it is normally anyway. So I think AC Milan have kind of lucked out here that there's no fans in terms of the fact that there's no pressure on them from the home fans. As a result, I think AC Milan will win. I think they'll win 2-0. Dad and Lewis have both gone for a win as well. Lewis going 3-0 and Dad going 2-1. We move on now to another game between two evenly matched sides. One from Greece, one from Holland. That is Olympiacos, who face PSV Eindhoven. Now, these two sides, I couldn't find anything to split them. Both in good form. PSV having been quite good this season. Not topping the league, that is Ajax who top the league, they always seem to. Olympiacos, I think they do top the Greek division. As a result, I think it'll be a draw. We've all agreed it'll be a draw. I've gone 2-2, Dad and Lewis have gone 1-1. Move on again now though to the first English side we're covering here. That's Manchester United, who travel to Spain and in particular to Sociedad to face Real Sociedad. Now, I think Man United have got a very difficult draw here. They've dropped out of the Champions League in the hard group. Realistically, PSG, RB Leipzig, teams that they struggled to beat. But they're now facing another team that will not be easy. Real Sociedad have had a very good season in Spain and a very good European season. David Silva is back for them. David Silva, ex-Manchester City, he'll want to beat Man United. As a result, I don't think they'll be able to get the win. I reckon it'll be 2-1 to Manchester United. Dad and Lewis have agreed with each other here though, and they've both gone for a draw. They've gone for 2-2. Could it happen? Definitely. Now we have Slavia Prague, who host Leicester City, another English team travelling away. It's another team that Leicester should be beating. It is Europe though, so Slavia Prague, we wanted to get a result. I'm not saying it'll be easy because they're in Europe for a reason, quite clearly. But I reckon Leicester will win. I reckon 1-0. Lewis has said 2-0 and Dad has said 2-1. All to Leicester. Now another English team that travels away again. That is Tottenham Hotspur, or Spurs, who travel to Wolfsburger AC. Now, I didn't know this, but apparently they've got a separate name. But I can't remember what it was. Dad called it that and I got very confused when he sent me his predictions. But it was right. I can't remember what it was. But they're Wolfsburger AC. To me, they currently sit 6th in the Austrian division, which isn't great. Tottenham currently trying to chase European football in the English division. As a result, I think Tottenham will win. I think they'll win comfortably. I reckon it'll be 3-0 to them. Lewis has agreed with me. Lewis has said 3-0 as well, and Dad has gone for a 2-1 Tottenham win. He thinks it'll be closer, obviously. Now we go to a team whose name does get laughed at by a couple of people. That is Young Boys in Switzerland, who host Bayer Leverkusen. Now, most people will do a headline like Leverkusen play with against Young Boys, which is obviously where the joke comes from normally. But Young Boys are not there to be messed with. They're a very good Swiss team. Leverkusen were very good at the start of this season, but they've dropped off massively now. I think they're now sat in 6th or 7th. Sorry, not even that high. They're sat about 7th in the Bundesliga in Germany. As a result, I think Young Boys will edge it. Not by much. I reckon they'll win 2-1. Lewis has agreed with me and said 2-1. Dad thinks Leverkusen will edge it. 2-1 to them. Now another English team travelling away again. I don't know if any English teams are actually at home this week. Evidently not. That's Arsenal, who travel to Portugal, and in particular to Benfica. Now Benfica, they're not hitting the heights they want to be hitting. Benfica lost Ruben Diaz in the summer. They haven't replaced him as far as I'm aware. They're not top of the... Right, so you're probably wondering what happened there. There would have been a beep inserted. My phone decided to stop recording. We're talking about Benfica versus Arsenal. I'll put the result in now. I've gone for a 1-0 Benfica win. Dad and Lewis have both gone, well, they've both gone for different. Lewis has gone for a 2-1 Arsenal win. Dad thinks it will be a draw. I can see that happening, definitely. Move on now, though, to an Italian side in Napoli. They're travelling to Spain. I think if it's even Spain, it should be. Whether it will be or not because of COVID, you never know. But that is Granada. Now, Granada, they overachieved massively last season by getting into Europe. They're not doing well this season. I think they're 8th in the Spanish league. Will they be able to get in Europe next season? Probably not. Napoli, will they be able to? Most definitely. They do it every year. Napoli, they're probably a Champions League side as opposed to a Europa League one, but they're in the Europa League. They'll be wanting to go as far as possible. I think they'll win. I think they'll win 3-1. Lewis has agreed with me. He thinks 3-1. Dad has agreed in terms that Napoli will win, but he's gone for 2-1. We move on now, though, to the top team in the Netherlands versus one of the top teams in France. That is Ajax Amsterdam, who travel to Lille. It's going to be a good game between two very good sides. I think it'll be very high scoring. Both sides can score goals. However, Ajax apparently forgot to put Haller, their new record signer from West Ham, in their Europa League team sheet. Whether he'll be able to play or not, I don't know. They've also got Onana out for a year on a doping ban. So Ajax, they're an 8-game winning run, but that's in the Dutch division. I think they're only the last 2 or 3 of those been without Onana. It could change a bit. I think it'll be high scoring. I think it'll be 3-3. Lewis has gone for a 3-2 Ajax win, and Dad has gone for a 2-0 Ajax win. Ajax definitely could win. They're a Champions League side. They've done it recently, but I don't think this time is their time to do it. Now, Macabbi Tel Aviv, they play Shaktar Donetsk at home in Israel. Now, Israel's not necessarily in Europe, but, it's seen as Europe in terms of UEFA, so they are. Maccabi, they're a good team in Israel. Shaktar Donetsk, a very good team in Ukraine. They're second at the minute, though. I still think Shaktar will win. I think they'll win 2-0. Lewis, he's gone for a 1-1 draw. If Maccabi can pull that one off, I think they'll be quite happy. And Dad has gone for the same as me, a 2-0 Shaktar win. We move on to the third last game of the weekend now, which is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's former managerial team Molde host Hoffenheim from Germany. Now Hoffenheim, they've slipped down the table. They're trying to avoid the relegation playoff. Molde, I don't know. I think they're about a mid-table kind of side. It will be even, I reckon. I do think Molde will edge it, though. I reckon they'll edge it 1-0. Dad has gone for a different thing to me. He's gone Hoffenheim to win. Lewis, though, has agreed with me. He thinks Molde will win 1-0. Now, Antwerp, they host another British side. This time in the time wearing the shirt of. That is Rangers. Rangers do have to travel over there. Will they be able to get a win? I think so. It won't be easy, though, and I think Rangers will need to know that. Antwerp will not be a pushover. There won't be. Oh, it's only Antwerp will be in the next round then. They did beat Braga last season, Rangers, but it won't be easy. No team is easy in Europe. They all want to win. I do think Rangers will win though. I think it'll be 2-1. Dad has gone for the same as me in 2-1, and Lewis has gone for 1-0. We all think Rangers will go through, not necessarily through, but they'll go through to the home leg at Ibrox with a 1-goal advantage. Now the last game of the week sees an Austrian team host a Spanish one. It's Red Bull Salzburg, who host Villarreal. Now that team is actually Red Bull. RB Leipzig aren't. They're Rasenballsport Leipzig. These ones are Red Bull because they're allowed in Austria. They're not allowed in Germany. Now Villarreal, a top team in Spain. They always have been. Not hitting the heights of the Real Madrid, the Atletico Madrids, the Barcelonas. They're not that kind of team, but they're very good. As a result, I think they will win. I think 1-0 to Villarreal. Lewis thinks 3-2 to Salzburg though, and Dad thinks 2-1 to Villarreal. I don't think RB Salzburg will be able to do it. They did lose Haaland a couple of seasons ago now. They haven't really recovered in my opinion, but you never know. That's where this video does end though. I'm sorry for the bleep in the middle. My phone's messed up again, but I'm going to end it there. Please, if you have liked, don't forget to subscribe, like the video. Hopefully we can hit to 450 as soon as possible, and I'll see you in the next one.